What is up, besties? It is your girl Karmic, back to you again with an emergency reading because, as we know, P. Diddy's shit is getting raided. So I went into a deep dive, y'all. I used 3 different decks. We used I always butcher that name, Dark Mirror Oracle. I used Haunted House Tarot so that we could get into the nitty gritty, and I used a conspiracy deck. So I really dove into this. I don't even know how to summarize what I got. Honestly, I'm going to let you guys enjoy. I'm not going to tell you much, but I will say that Usher and Bieber came up in this reading, and I'll leave it there. As always, this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only, besties, because everybody is innocent until proven guilty, and I know nothing because I am just floating intuitive hands on the internet, okay? Don't come for me. But as always, if you guys enjoy these readings, please give it a like. It really does support my page. Hey to my regulars. Hey, besties. I love you guys so much. I hope you're having a wonderful week or whenever it is that you're seeing this. If you guys are trying to book a personal reading with me, just letting you guys know that there is up to a 3-week wait. The link to my website is down below. Please, I'm one person. I want you guys to have an amazing reading, not a rushed one. So just give me some time. I promise you, I'll deliver. But as always, you guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All the links are down below. They're in my website as well. But like I said, I took a look at basically what's going on with Diddy. Where's his mind at? What is he thinking? What's he going to do? Also just looked at where the trajectory is going to lead for the future in terms of what's going to happen. Is he going to, avoid the charges? Is it just going to be another throw lawsuits and then money and then we're done? Like, what's going to happen? So I really dove into this one. So please let me know in the comments anything that you guys can fill in for me, because I just really do a 2-second look and then I'm like, all right, that's good enough. So, yeah, I don't have too much to say other than that. I think that, everybody after watching this should watch something happy after, because it's just not the best energy, but why would we expect anything different? But yeah, that's it. I love you guys so much, and I hope that you enjoy this reading. I hope that justice is served. How about that? So, as always, besties, all alleged. Let's get into it. All right, besties. So we are going to take a look at any and everything that we can get involving this P. Diddy situation. I cannot get the song It's Going Down, I'm Yelling Timber out of my head. And I also kept hearing the phrase shitting bricks. So and now I'm seeing Danny Masterson in my mind's eye. Remember, he actually got convicted. So I feel like eventually they're going to get him. Yeah, because, oh my God, the moment I said that, I heard one way or another, I'm going to find you. Listen, here's the thing. I see a bunch of people, like, I don't know who they are because it's giving me, like, execs. It's giving me, like, I don't know, Spirit. Who are these people? They're people in the background. It's not names that you would know. Like, they're giving me the vibe of, like, when Mage and myself, I don't think people buy CDs anymore, but you know how, like, the CD at the back of the thing, it has, like, all the credits of all the names, and we don't really care because we want to listen to the musician. It's like the names on the CD. Executive producer, the person that ran the booth that created the music. It's like people we don't know. What I'm seeing is, like, giving their shit to law enforcement. Allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, there are 0 facts here. I'm sure that P. Diddy is innocent until proven guilty, allegedly. But I see people turning on him. Like, I'm seeing the masks coming off and them being like, it's our time. Like, I'm hearing go time in my mind. I don't know what started this chain of events. They're showing me Cassie. I feel like I'm hearing problematic in my mind. It's like, I mean, allegedly. There's already so much shit that we kind of know, right? Let's Kim Porter, if you know, you know, right? So everybody knows his game. I'm hearing narcissist in my mind. I'm not a medical professional, but I am hearing narcissist and psychopath. But it's giving me narcissist more than psychopath. It's just, people that are psychopath more likely to do criminal shit. I feel like everybody in the industry is turning on him. Everybody. And what I see is like dog eat dog. Like I'm seeing money being thrown in both directions. So it's like Diddy's on the offense because they're showing me football. And it's like Diddy's on the offense and he's trying to get ahead of this. So I feel like he's going to, because I keep hearing bye-bye. So I feel like he's not really going to be on the scene for a little bit because he's kind of like scrambling and trying to figure out how to get out of this. He still thinks he can get out of this. But I'm seeing the justice card in my mind's eye, which is giving me like, no, this might be dragged out, but I think justice will be served. But there's something about, I just see multiple people on different streams of the industry, like Sony's coming to mind, Murder Inc. I'm being drawn to 50 Cent and how he's talking now. It's like, you know how, oh my God, what's it called? Spirit. I'm seeing it. Like snow, mountain, a little bit of snow falls, and then it causes a ripple effect, and then like this huge landslide happens. Like that's kind of what's going on. It's like one person talked, which inspired one person to talk, which was like, okay, everybody's talking. You know how like people are afraid to speak up because it's just them, but if there's a group of them, then it's like, why would you go after me? You have too many to pick from. It's kind of giving me that type of vibe. I believe, allegedly, that the reason this raid is going on is because everybody started telling on him. 333 when I said that. Everybody that his 3 is the number of work. It's colleagues. Everybody he worked with was like, fuck it. He's going down. Let's get rid of him. Now's the time. Everybody knows who he really is. It's coming out. Let's all come in. It's like we're all chipping in and giving our information to law enforcement. Allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, there are 0 facts here. But I keep hearing the song, It's Going Down, I'm Yelling Timber, and I keep seeing Danny Masterson in my mind's eye and how he was actually jailed. So I don't feel like he's going to be able to get out of this one. I really don't. Allegedly. I mean, it could change, but it seems like what I'm seeing is like receipts, and I'm seeing people in the industry handing it over to law enforcement. So it's like, I want you gone. So I feel like it's a game of like, it feels like chess right now, where there are people that hate him that are like, let's throw him to the wolves. We can get rid of him, give all the receipts that we've ever kept on him. But I feel like Diddy has receipts too. That's why they raided him. He has receipts on other people. It's given me Jeffrey Epps Part 2. You know what I mean? He had his own little F shit going on. So people want him gone the way that some people wanted Jeffrey gone. Do you see what I'm saying? So there are people that we don't even know exist. It's outside of the lawsuits. The lawsuits are one thing, but what I see is people, I'm hearing informant in my mind. I don't think it's just one though. It's giving me the vibe of like, you know how at the end of some sort of show, they're like ready to talk and then they give an email address and they're like, it's encrypted and no one can trace it. I feel like a lot of people were just like handed over to law enforcement. Let's get him out of here. Like they gave up everything. I'm seeing like recordings of shit that he's done with women being given to the FBI. I'm seeing like statements recorded, like wiretap. I feel like, yeah, because I'm being drawn to the show Jane the Virgin, where like they put cameras in the hotel room. I feel like because people know how Diddy moves, they've always been keeping something on him because they were afraid of him. You know how you're afraid of somebody, so you keep something in your back pocket as like a defense? There are so many people in the industry that have something on him because they knew how he moved. So it was like whenever he was in a vulnerable state and did something, you know, like morally repugnant and illegal, I see people with their phones like secretly recording. I see people that have already had cameras installed secretly recording. They got legitimate shit on him. This man is going down. Unless somehow he can pay off officials, I don't see how he wouldn't be going to jail eventually. I think it feels like it's the tip of the iceberg. This is bigger than just Diddy. Diddy's the main one. He's the focal point. He's what everybody's looking at, but they're going to take down other people too. It's not just Diddy. I don't know if we're going to hear about this, but I'm seeing again, it's like people that we've never really heard of, but are part of the industry. They're just not figureheads. They're like, you know how like if there's a production, there's people that are on the crew, people that are building the scene on the stage. Like we don't know their names. We just know that they exist. You know, people that make the clothing, shit like that. I think Diddy's not going to be the only one that's arrested. He's just the main one that they're going after. And on top of that, I also feel that people might get leniency and immunity for coming forward. So this feels like there are some celebrities that we may never know did some kind of morally gray things, because you know how like you watch those crime shows and they catch a guy, right? Like they're going after, let's say, a mob, right? And they catch a guy and the guys killed like one person, and it was because the main guy told him to, but the main guys killed like 150 people. So they give immunity to the guy who killed one person. It's kind of giving me that. Some people are going to get immunity. Some people are going to get deals. Some people you'll never even find out were involved in this, because it's all to go after Diddy. His list of bad shit he's done is like, you ever see a CVS receipt with all those damn coupons? That's Diddy, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes, only no facts here. So they are going after him. They got a lot. They're just not telling us because it's so hard to talk. I'm hearing ironclad. It's like bye-bye. I'm seeing like the jail cell. He's going to jail. I would be shocked. Unless he can throw any more money at this situation, I just can't see it because I see everybody else. You know what this is giving me? Like, it's giving me like unevolved men that have to do the arm wrestles. It's like we're all arm wrestling and then whoever wins, wins. So there are still people that are kind of like, I just see people giving Diddy up. And it's like, I get away with my crime. So it could even be something like I'm getting away with tax evasion because I'm giving up the shit I have on Diddy. Like that's what this feels like. And to anybody that watches me because they're beginners in tarot and shit like that, if you are beginning to channel and you're wondering if you're making it up, you're wondering if it's in your head, you won't be able to think because your brain freaking turns off. So all these times when I'm like, I can't think, I know this is simple, and then I watch it back and I'm like, girl, that was an easy word. That's how you'll know. So to my people that are trying to do this themselves, that's how you'll know you're channeling. Your brain don't work. All right, but let's check in. Anything we could get in terms of Diddy. We're going to start with Dark Mirror Oracle. If you're interested in this deck, I have a link below. But yeah, let's get into it. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Okay. So Diddy's pissed. He is pissed. I see him like throwing shit at a dartboard, which is giving me the metaphor of like I'm trying to make something stick. It's like, you know how that saying where it's like when you point a finger at somebody, 3 point back at you? He's like, I feel like he's trying to go for other people right now. So I feel like he's going through, because like what I see is like a Rolodex. I'm aging myself here, but it's like, what do I got on these people? What do I got on these people? What can I put out there to get the energy off of me, basically. So this is like a dog eat dog thing that's going on behind the scenes. It's why we're not really hearing too much about it, because you got people flipping on Diddy. You got Diddy flipping on people. You got the government, the 3-letter alphabet groups, whatever is doing it. Maybe FBI, I don't remember. Again, hard to think when channel. But there's a war going on between like industry execs and shit like that. Alone in the World reversed is such a, oh my God, this card pisses me off so much because Diddy feels like everybody's attacking him for no reason. This guy, the level of delusion, I swear to fucking God, like, I have no emotional investment in this, but the moment I tapped into this energy, I got angry. Diddy is so fucking fragile eagle narcissist. I said what I said, allegedly. He's like, how dare you flip on me? I see him being like, y'all didn't have a problem when we were at the parties. Y'all didn't have a problem when I was hooking you up with that record label. Y'all didn't have a problem when I got you that girl that was 18. Y'all didn't have a problem. Like, he is just so fucking narcissistic. I'm just going to say it. I've already said this is a legend. It's based on my opinion. I don't have any facts, okay? So moving forward, I'm done saying that. Anyway, this guy feels like shit's owed to him. That's how he's always felt. You owe me. I'm a star. I am number one alpha male. It's giving me that dude that everybody hates. Something Tate. I can't think. Andrew Tate, Andy Tate, something Tate. I don't remember. I think it begins with an A. Anyway, he's just confused is the irony here. You know what it's reminding me of? You know how like the Quiet on set where they were like, of course we couldn't say anything, like we were terrified, and then on Dan's perspective it was like, you guys never said anything, how would I know that you were terrified? Like that level of ignorance. I'm getting the same thing where it's like, I didn't even realize that you didn't really like me that much. I thought that we were cool. I thought that we were good. But what he wasn't realizing is you don't make friends by threatening them and recording what they're doing so you have dirt on them. Those aren't real friends. Like, that's not how a real friendship's built. You know what I mean? So he's feeling like how dare you flip on me? But at the same time, he's been controlling them this entire time. So everybody's flipping on him. Like, I see everybody going through their shit. Like, what do I have on Diddy to help take him down? Like, there is a group. It's a lot of people. I can't even pinpoint one person. I'm seeing execs. I'm seeing people involved in like the actual making, like in the studio session, like people that have seen stuff. Cause I'm seeing like, you know how, porn has that like couch, the casting couch. It's like that. It's giving me R. Kelly 2.0. People are ready to flip on this dude. And I think that people are starting to really see his character, because I think he's going to start to lash out. Spirit, are we going to see this? Allegedly, Diddy has people everywhere, not just in the music industry. So I see him paying off people to like push down news stories that don't look good on him. So like, if you want to start doing research on Diddy, I would recommend getting off Google and searching something that, isn't biased, because I think there are stuff that's coming out that we're not seeing because he's pushing it down. More shit's come out than we actually know about. Now, will we see it? I'm really not sure, because he's really like, you know what I'm seeing? Oh my God, that old movie where it's like, I'm going to be a master of disguise, and he pretends to be a turtle and some shit. It's like he's smart. He's always 10 steps ahead. So this is going to be like a dog-eat-dog thing. They're going to be fighting for a little bit before anything really is concrete. Because I just see the FBI being like, this isn't the first time we've been on to him. We need to make sure that it sticks. Like, that's the vibe. Like, you know how like there's a serial killer and like they think they got him, but then like they got a really good lawyer and then they get out of it. And it's like the next time we go after them, we have to have everything. We got to make sure it's ironclad. So I see them being like, let me make sure this time I check off each and every box so that there's no way he can escape what's coming to him. That's what I'm getting right now. And I think he's running out of ideas. He doesn't have anybody really in his back pocket anymore, because people aren't as scared as they once were, because everybody's flipping. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the back deck. Oh my God, the way this man has a fucking victim mentality is pissing me off. It's like, how dare you expose me when I never exposed you? But the whole time it's like if Dan Snyder, which he probably does feel this way, it's like if Dan Snyder got pissed because Drake Bell flipped on him. It's like, what did you expect? You treated everybody like shit. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't get it. I feel like you know what? I would not be shocked if allegedly, it kind of feels like Diddy's a little... I feel like he's mentally stunted, allegedly. Because this is giving me the vibe of someone who just doesn't get it. Like, you know how I do the readings on the royals and it feels like they're homeschool kids, they just don't get it? I'm getting that same energy. It's like, why are you mad now? You weren't mad back when we were partying. You weren't mad when you saw me R-word that girl. You weren't mad 10 years ago. Why now? He's not getting it. He's not getting that they were afraid the whole time and they wanted support in order to go after him. He's not getting it. So right now he's pissed. He feels like a victim. He's trying to make calls. He's trying to make people go on his side. This man is delusional. Like, I cannot believe this. It's like, how dare you put me out to dry? I thought we were friends. But at the same time, I could see him being like friends with these people, and you can see the fear in their eyes, but he just doesn't get it. He almost thinks like that's just part of it. Like, he's normalized that for himself because that's how he's been moving for so long. This guy, oh my God, whatever. Like, yeah, calling in the storm. He's trying to find any last resort things that he can think of. I almost see him being like, I think he's going to try any last-ditch attempt he can, because it's giving me the vibe of, like, once I'm caught, I'm going to be like, well, have you heard about Suge Knight, Tupac, or whatever? Like, I feel like he's going to throw whatever he can to try and, like, either get a lighter sentence or get off would be his goal. He's trying to figure out everything. I feel like he has cops in his back pocket. Obviously not the ones going after him, but it's like, I'm trying to find something to get me out of this. This guy's still trying. And the ignorance is just, it's real, y'all. Oh my God. Yeah, this is coming. He don't have a choice. You're paying for this. It's universal law. What you put out comes back to you. And if you're a bad person, it will come back. Karma does not play. Karma got hands, honey. And this is in the reverse because he's trying to fight it. But when it says fated to suffer, this motherfucker is going to get what's coming to him, allegedly. The temple of my body. Yes, because he took advantage of other people's bodies. They didn't have a choice, allegedly. Allegedly, no facts here. Temple of my body in reverse. I didn't have control of myself. Everybody's singing like a canary. The victims are singing, and the people that were around that heard about it, they're singing. Everybody's singing. 1717 on my clock, which reduces to 8 and 8, which is work-related. People are coming forward. There are more than we know about. This, you know what this reminds me of? You know how, like, they're going after someone and they give you all these details, but they leave out something so that like no copycats can be had or something like that. It's giving me that vibe. They're leaving stuff out so that they can get him. It's like, I want to nail him to a cross. That's what I'm seeing. Like, I'm seeing Diddy literally on a cross, which is not like a metaphor for he's the next Jesus, obviously. It's just like they're gunning for him. They know, and they're done, and they're fed up. So it's really just a matter of time. You're not going to convince me that he's going to get away with it. I don't see his money being enough this time. There's too many people that want him gone with too many receipts. It's like his stack of proof that the people have is like a whole fucking room. They got so much shit. You got voice recordings. You got video recordings. You have receipts, text messages. People are ratting. Triumph of lies in reverse. He's not going to win anymore. I'm telling you. He's going to fall from his throne. This guy's going down. I don't see him escaping it this time. I just don't. He's going to go down for everything. I don't know that... I mean, if Kim comes up, we'll see. But this almost feels like karma more than it does. Like, I don't know that he'll necessarily go down for everything he's ever done. But what I'm seeing is like lock up, throw away the key. I think pretty soon Diddy's going to be locked up forever. And if he's not locked up forever, he's going to be gone forever. Like, he's going to be locked up. And then if somehow he gets out early, we're not going to see him again. He's not coming back. He's not coming back. So let's move on to the tarot and see what we can get. All right, so we're going to take a look at the cards. This is the Haunted House Tarot deck. There's a link in the bio if you are interested in this deck. But yeah, as always, thank you guys for sitting through 30 seconds of ads. Oh my goodness, I'm not taking it. Do I take it? Let's just look real quick. This just feels like a side message. Let's see. Greedy, walking on eggshells, unavoidable. He's using his money. He's throwing everything he can at them. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Okay. So as always, thank you for sitting through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. Thank you to everybody that comments down below that fills in the gaps for me. Like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't. We are doing a Nickelodeon series for Quiet on Set. I'm looking forward to it. I love how this deck is having such a hard time. It's like, my God. All right. So let's take a look. One more shuffle, Spirit. What do we need to know about the Diddy investigation, everything going on? Is he trying to run? Is he running? Is he on the run? Do we know? Because I did a 2-second Google search just to see if I missed anything. And there was something about like a plane and so. Is he trying to run? Because this is giving me like I'm trying to run, but people are on to me. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I'm trying to find a strategy when all else fails. Like, it's giving me the vibe of, like, I'm seeing, you know, the crime shows where they're like, there's no extradition in this country. I feel like he's trying to run. He's thinking about running. I don't know if he has already and it failed, but he's definitely going to try. It's giving me, like, I'm moving to a different country. You can't... You know, they're reminding me of how Tom Hanks went to Greece because of the allegations that are now missing from the web. It's giving me that. Like, you know how when celebrities are under fire and then they disappear to some country and then they come back rejuvenated? I think this fucker honestly believes he can do that. Like, I almost see him being like, all right, I got to run away for now. And then I'm going to, like, I see, like, fake passports and fake names. And it's like, I really think he's trying to think of how to get out of this and run away from the charges and go to a place that either doesn't have an extradition or something like that. He wants to run because he knows it's his time. With that star card, it's like, time's up. Everybody sees me. Everybody knows what I'm doing. The Chariot's a vehicle. It's like, run. 9 of Wands, it's like walking on eggshells. So I'm not safe here. They're on to me. Like, that's the vibe. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people broke their NDAs, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. Yep, I'm disconnecting from you. You were disrespectful to women. You abused your power. You are a manipulator. You are not a leader. I don't care about the NDA. I'm taking you out. I'll take the consequences. I'm taking you out. I feel like people have broken NDAs because it's like, it's illegal. I don't give a fuck about your NDA. Everybody's gunning for you. It's like I feel safe to break this NDA because you don't have any plays left. You know what I mean? It's like the end of a chess game where it's like you're already going to lose. Just accept defeat. People have broken their NDAs. People have broken their contracts with him. They are all separating themselves from him. I would not be shocked if you see people coming out being like, "Oh, I've always hated Diddy." I would be a little bit mindful about how, because I see people throwing him under the bus that have done less F shit, but they still did some F-ish. Because allegedly, and for entertainment purposes, only 0 facts here, I kind of see Usher throwing Diddy under the bus. But if you guys remember my last reading, no, it was the reading on Justin Bieber. I'll try to remember to link it, but if I don't, just look up my name and Justin Bieber. It's the deep dive on him. I think Usher is going to throw him under the bus. Like, I think eventually once it's like nail on the coffin, like Diddy is not coming back. It's like once Usher knows for a fact that Diddy can't come for him, I think Usher's going to throw him under the bus. But here's the thing. Usher was complicit in a lot. That's probably why I was being drawn to like people getting immunity. I feel like, yeah, I'm hearing "Sang Like a Canary." You're not going to convince me Usher didn't sing behind closed doors, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes, only no facts here, because I'm seeing, you know how like we watch those crime shows on Netflix where they like tell you a story about a real crime and like you see them talking to the cop. It's giving me like, you know, the recording in the room. I'm seeing like Usher talking to a cop and being like, if I give you this, am I safe? Usher, listen, that halftime show was bomb for my millennial heart, but I know no one's going to cancel Usher, but just so you know, just so you're aware, it's giving me like I was a patsy. That's the word I'm hearing, patsy. I did things I didn't necessarily want to do, but it's kind of giving me the vibe of other celebrities I've read where sometimes they internalize their trauma, other people lash out and take it out on others. Usher is the type that took it out on others. I see him being more complacent with what Diddy was doing because it was like, well, he did it to me. I was a child when he did it to me. So I think that's why he will probably get immunity of some sort, because it's like, well, how would I know any better? I feel like he might have done something allegedly. Oh my God, I feel like I'm spilling way too much. But it's coming out, so I'm going to say it. Allegedly, though. I said I wasn't going to say that anymore, but this seems like I need to. I feel like Usher sang, and they're probably going to give him immunity because it's like, you know how I don't think this is right, but I mean, I'm not letting my emotions take over any of my readings. I'm trying not to. I feel like, I guess the question the FBI or whoever's involved has is like, would Usher have been like that had he not been exploited by Diddy? So I think their reasoning is like, it's not like he's going to continue to harm people. The only reason he was is because of Diddy. It's almost like, and I said this in my last video, it's like Usher cherry picks people for Diddy because Diddy made him that way. It's like he was groomed. So that's why he's singing. He's not singing in public because he doesn't want anybody to know. You know how like you're guilty, so you don't want to tell your shit that you know because you're partly guilty in it? It's like, give me an example, Spirit. Like say that you know that your friend's being cheated on and that dude's cheating with multiple girls, but you don't really want to come forward because you're one of the girls. Like, it's giving that. Like, Usher's one of the girls. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, I don't know what that's gonna, but everybody's disconnecting from him. I just think Usher's kind of waiting until everything's, like, ironclad. Like, I'm hearing, like, signed, sealed, delivered. So, I think Usher's scared of him, which is why I can kind of understand. It's like, you know, if someone put a gun to your head and said, hey, you need to R-word this person, like, that's a double-edged sword, right? Like, we really don't know what we would do until we're put in that position. So I kind of understand why they would give him some form of immunity or something, because it's like, again, would he have been like that? But then you have to ask what made Diddy this way. So I don't know. Whatever. You take that as whatever you want to take it as. Do what you want with that information. Anyway, let's move forward. People are left, right, and center. People are selling him out. I'm telling you right now. People are selling him out. It's like we were part of a group. It's kind of giving culty like, but remember how I said like these culty like energies that we feel is usually more mobster energy when I read it, and it's like I'm disconnecting from you. I think you're gonna see the more this becomes like tangible instead of just a raid, like when they start announcing that they have shit, I think you're going to see more celebrities speak on it and be like, yeah, we knew the whole time, we just couldn't say anything, or yeah, I seen him do this but he threatened me, or yeah, he offered me money. It's giving Katt Williams interview that went viral, which by the way, I would love to do another video with Katt Williams and the Joe Rogan one. That one was interesting. Let me know if you want to see that. Just came to my mind. But I feel like he thought he was untouchable. It's like, I'm on the prime, I'm a leader, no one can get me. But here's the thing. When you're showing your hand, and that's exactly what Diddy did, when you're showing your hand, people will move methodically. So, like, I see Diddy being like, I'm going to get you this girl. Like, let's just, I don't know how to word this without just, I'm trying to be careful with what I'm saying here. Let's say that I'm gonna dumb this down. Let's say Diddy paid for a hooker for you, right? Hooking was illegal for some stupid reason. No judgment here. But let's say Diddy, let's use Usher because it's just easier. Diddy paid for a hooker for Usher, right? Diddy put a camera in that room, and Diddy told Usher there was a camera in the room. So it's like Diddy was telling what he was doing. So everybody, to try and save themselves, were getting Diddy too, except they weren't telling him. Diddy's stupid. Diddy's like, he's like, I'm big, you're small, I'm right, you're wrong. Like, this is I'm telling you, I wonder if he has like a lower IQ because he's not intelligent. I'm sorry, but I'm feeling it. I mean, you guys probably don't care. Like, I don't need to say anything nice about him, but it's just like, he's not smart. It's like I'm pre-weaponizing and I'm telling you that I'm going to weaponize. But what he should have been doing is just like not telling them. So everybody knew that he had dirt. So it was like, well, then I'm going to get dirt on you too. And they were all just kind of waiting to turn on each other. It's like a ticking time bomb. You ever have fake friends? Because I sure have. It's kind of giving me that. You know, the friends that smile in your face and then talk shit about you behind your back to other people? That's the vibe. And 11/11 when I looked up. So it's his time. It's the reckoning. He's going down. I'm being drawn to this King of the Wands. King of the Wands, my goodness. Mercury, thank you. Mercury retrograde. Notice how he's holding like a body, a woman. I think he always thought he could get away with this. I think he would have continued to do it. If he hadn't been caught, if Cassie didn't tell anybody. Because it's like Cassie started a ripple effect. Cassie spoke and everybody else was like, fuck it, let's go. All of us, go. It's like game time. Like, that's the vibe. It's like, all right, Cassie's talking, let's all tell our stories. We'll get him down if we stick together. Like, that's the vibe. There were more people against him than for him, but he thought they were his friends. That's the funny part about all of this, is he really thought these people were his friends when he was holding dirt on them. Like, you really expected them to be your friend when you were doing this type of shit, setting them up and recording it? This guy's delusional. No wonder this was never going to last. The only reason it lasted as long as it did is because he had money and because he allegedly, when all else would fail, Kim Porter. That's all I got to say. And if you don't know what that means, Google Kim Porter and then put two and two together. Oh, that's weird. Is that Kim? This is Kim. This is everybody. Everybody that he was in cahoots with. Anybody, any pictures you see of him with his arm around other people, I would say look into their eyes a little bit, because, like, you ever know, I don't know if anybody knows this because I do a lot of psychological studies and stuff like that. The way to know if someone's truly smiling is to cover up this part of their face, because this will show everything. And I think if you start to look at pictures of Diddy with people, cover the smile, you'll notice like fear. Because I'm being drawn to the Nickelodeon thumbnail I made for the first video with Ariana and Jeanette, where Dan Schneider's holding Ariana. But if you look closely, her eyes look scared. She's smiling, but her eyes look scared. And I think you're going to start to notice that people that were around him, they were never actually like good friends with him. They were just like, it's better to be close to this guy than be on his bad side. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, fuck it, I'll work with Diddy. Fuck it, I'll make a song with Diddy because it's better that he likes me because I know what he can do. You know what I mean? It's like He's always been a burden. He's always thrown his money at whatever he possibly could. And so I couldn't run away from him. But now that we're all teaming together, you know, like if we all team together to go against the government peacefully, I would love that. Let's do it, manifest it. But, you know, it's kind of that vibe. We all got together. We all disconnected from him. He's too much of a burden. Frankly, I think there's people that are up top that are like, that we don't even know about. They give me more like the 1%, the people that like rule the world type of energy. They're like, this guy has cost us way too much money. Like I'm seeing like NDAs, gag orders, shit like that. You know what they're showing me is like blacklist where there's like a group of people that clean up his murders. Like that's what I'm seeing. So I think there's a lot of people we don't know exist that are like, he was problematic. He cost us too much money. He's just a tyrant is what I'm hearing. And we've been wanting him gone. And as I'm saying that, I'm looking at my dead skull. Listen, I think there's a lot of, I keep seeing Dexter in my mind's eye. Remember how Dexter would unalive people? I hate that word so much. Remember when Dexter would kill people? Remember when we could say the word kill? When Dexter would like kill people and throw them in the ocean and like no one ever found out about it because he was like literally in the police department. It's like he had people in the police department. So I feel like he got a body count, allegedly. Like it's not hard to think that if he could R-word a bunch of people, it's not far off that he could pew pew them too. You know what I'm saying? So there's people up top that hate his guts because he cost them too much money. There's people in the industry that hate his guts because they got dirt on them. And it's just like, they're all ready to, I just see people singing. Like I see a whole group of canaries and they're all singing. That's the vibe. Yeah, he's not avoiding this. There's no avoiding this. All of his vulnerabilities have been exposed. They know everything. They're just not telling us yet. They will soon. But I feel like he's, again, what the problem is, the reason I can't give you a time frame is because I'm seeing money being thrown from both sides. So Diddy's throwing money at cops that he's got in his pocket, and FBI's throwing money at people that'll sing, and it's just a matter of time is the problem. Again, we got a lot of free will happening here, so it's like Diddy's gonna try to keep pulling moves. He's got money, but I don't think he's gonna win in the end. I don't feel that at all. His reckoning's coming. It's only a matter of time. Yeah, what did I say about the chess? Oh, fuck, that's Usher. I'm happy you're gone, because now my stability doesn't include you. I'm telling you, Usher sang. Allegedly. No facts here. Usher fucking sang. He's giving me that, like, listen, I'm glad he did, don't get me wrong, but he's giving me that two-faced thing. I don't think Diddy knows that Usher sang. I don't think he knows that. I don't. I think he still thinks Usher's a buddy. Because I've been seeing how Usher don't really say bad shit about Diddy. I think he's playing that way so that it's giving me like, you know what I'm hearing is confidential informant. That's what I'm hearing. So I wonder if Usher's a CI. Because it's giving me the vibe of like, you pretend like you're still his friend. You pretend like you're still good. And then you tell us what you know. That's the vibe. I feel like he's got some sort of immunity, some sort of protection. It's like my money's safe and I'm happy because I'm moving methodically now. It's like you would have never seen this coming because I was your prodigy. That's what I'm hearing. It's like I was your prodigy, but I'm the one that's going to take you down. Usher sang. Yes, he did. Yep. Yes, he did. This man really thinks that if he just like rests and rethinks and reconfigures that he could somehow get away with it. But the way I'm telling you that this dude feels like people are butthurt and he's not getting it, this man does not get it. He really doesn't get it. Because like, I'm going to be unbiased for like 0.5 seconds. It's really hard for me unbiased when it comes to Diddy. But imagine you did something to someone, let's say 20 years ago, right? Like, let's say you fucked over a friend 20 years ago. Like, I don't know, maybe you didn't pay them back and then you ghosted them whenever they asked and then you never talked to them again. And then 20 years later, they hit you with a lawsuit and you're like, what the fuck? Like, it's been 20 years. Like, you couldn't talk to me. You couldn't bring it up first. Where's this coming from? That's kind of how Diddy's feeling. It's like, y'all never brought this up, but here's the thing. They were all afraid that he was going to kill them. Like, I don't know. Like, literally, this Three of Swords is a guy hurting someone. So it's like, of course they were waiting and trying to think methodically. They were scared you would take them out next. Like, this guy is delusional. Honestly, it's laughable how dumb he is. I don't know how he made this last so long besides fear tactics. I think that's why he went, like, it's giving me the vibe of, like, I'm going to show all my cards so that you fear me, because I don't think he's smart. Like, I'm sorry. Like, as someone, it just doesn't make sense to me. Whatever, I'm moving on. This guy's stupid. Like, I hate to say it. I pray to God he never sees this. Please, sir. I just think he thought that his money could let him get away with anything. He's just ignorant. Everybody that worked with him, everybody that was stressed out is like, fuck it. I'm telling my story. I also feel like they might be singing about Kim Porter. I don't know if will we hear about it? Because these are counterparts, right? King and Queen, they're counterparts. It's reminding me of Kim Porter. And then with this, it's like, it's giving me the vibe of like what I've been holding on to, everything that's been in my mind for the past however many long years. I almost wonder if we might get answers to things we haven't found out about in years. I don't think this will be immediate, but it's giving me like one day we're going to find out that Diddy and Kim Porter, and I'll leave it at that. Or like one day we'll find out that Diddy and Tupac, or Diddy and Suge Knight. It's like we're going to eventually get answers, because right now they're singing. It's just all happening like under the table, because again, they don't want anything to come out, so that they make sure, like I said, nail in the coffin. They make sure they got him this time. I don't think this is the first time they tried to go after him. Forgive me if you already know that, but I feel like they've tried to go after him before and it failed because he throws money at everything. But so many people hate him that they're telling it, because it's like, you caused me like literally mental health issues because of what you've done. You've showed me things that have caused me legitimate trauma. I'm singing. Like, it's giving me the vibe of like, I'm going to give you my FBI card. We already got a lot of shit on him if you want to talk to. And they're like, yep, I'm calling that number. I'll call on a burner phone. I don't give a fuck. Like, everybody's singing, guys. Oh my God, this is also Cassie. It's like the women that he paired with. It's like people have seen how he treats women, and a lot of them are not okay with it. It's just that they've been paid off and they've been fear attacked, all that shit. But there's something about Cassie stepping forward that just started this ripple effect. It's like, if Cassie talks, then we'll all talk. That's kind of the vibe. It's like, Cassie started it, let's continue. Because I feel like Cassie had a lot of physical, tangible dirt that really set this into motion. Like, I feel like that's why she kind of closed the lawsuit, because it was like, this is already coming out. This is going to make other people come out. I know that even though I'm closing my lawsuit, this isn't over. I feel like she had people on standby. It's like calling other friends of friends, like we're in the same community, the same circle. And it's like, all right, I told my story. I gave them all the shit that I have. You should come forward. I talked about you. Like, she's in cahoots with the people, at least some of them, that sang. I don't think it's Usher, but she has friends that were like, all right, you're talking, I'll talk too. Like, it's given like Leo energy, like, tag me and I got your back. And these are people that, again, like, they worked with them and they saw how he treated her. Like, I almost see people being around. Diddy has no, here's the problem. This is why I keep calling him stupid. The bad shit that he does, he has no problem with everybody seeing it because he thinks he's untouchable. So I see him like backhanding Cassie in front of a bunch of people. And him being like, I'm untouchable, so who fucking cares? Or like slamming her against a wall. Or stuff. He didn't hide how vindictive and disgusting and cruel he was, which is why it's like, you know, if everybody's telling the exact same story, how is Diddy gonna get out of that? You know what I mean? People have seen what he's done to her. They've seen, they've heard, they know, they talked. Yeah, I'm disconnecting from Diddy. Isn't he a Scorpio? This is this is where unevolved energies come from, y'all. This is why people talk shit about Scorpios. It's not all Scorpios, but it's definitely unevolved ones. Yeah, people are disconnecting from him with that Page of Cups. It's like, nope, King of Cups, that's him. And then Five of Swords in reverse. It's like, I don't care about the conflicts. I'm moving on, and I'm letting you fall down. I don't care. People don't give a fuck. Yeah, singing. You're done abusing power. You're done. We're free now. It's giving me the vibe of like, you know, churches, like the cult churches where it's like once the leader goes down, everybody's free. Even though some of them are brainwashed, some of them aren't. It's kind of giving me that vibe. It's like some of them are a little brainwashed. They're going to have to work on it. But I think they're starting to wake up because all the accusations and everything coming out. But for a lot of these people, it's like, we're going to be free now. You can't abuse power anymore. We're finally free. You can't silence us. We've already talked. It's just a matter of time. He's going down. You can't convince me that this guy's going to get out of this. I don't see how. I just don't see it. Spirit, can you give me like a percentage of the odds of him getting out of this? 5 to 10%. I'd be shocked, honestly. I don't think he's getting out of this. The money doesn't matter at this point. There's too many people talking. Like, I see pages of people that are willing to talk now. Pages of people that are even willing to testify. They don't give a fuck. I'm telling you. They give zero. They want this man gone. Like, I see them being like, if I could kill this fuck myself. Like, that's the vibe. I know this is so, like, I mean, we expect that from this type of reading, but people have been done. They've been done. People have so much dirt on this dude because he was so willing to say that he had dirt on them. So it was like, okay, I see you, but I raise you. I'm going to have dirt on you and I'm not even going to tell you about it. He loved to tell people about it. That's the problem. Like, the guy was just not methodical. Yeah, Page of Swords in reverse, but the moon's reverse. You silenced us before, but now we're a group. We're coming together. Your lies aren't going to work anymore. Yeah, he's going down. Anything else? Everything he ever said, everything he ever did, there's receipts. There's receipts because people knew how he moved, so they acted accordingly. This guy has no guilt. He doesn't even understand. I just see him being like, why is everybody turning on me now? You didn't have a problem when you were at the VIP parties. You didn't have a problem when I was getting you that Oscar award. Like, he really just doesn't get it. This guy is... he might be like, listen, this and that could be true. He might be like some sort of producer genius, but he does not have street smarts. This guy does not have intelligence. Like, if you're going to be someone who manipulates like this, you should probably keep more secrets. But this dude just told all his ish. I don't know. This seems dumb to me. Yeah, return to the past, money, justice card's upright. This guy's going down. I don't think it's throwing money at shit's going to help him. And in fact, I feel like people are telling about all the times he did throw money at shit. Because this is like return to the old. It's like old shit coming back. And it has a lot to do with money. So it's like, yeah, he paid off this chick. He did that. He paid off this person to put a hit out on this person. Like, everybody's talking. Like, I just don't know what to say. Everybody's talking. Page of Pentacles, all the projects we created, I had to walk away from it because he would abuse me, abuse the power. I was out of my comfort. I didn't realize what I signed up for. People are going to be getting immunity and lighter sentences and shit like that, if any sentences, because they want him to go down so bad. It's kind of, I mean, I kind of get it because, again, going back to Usher, it's like, would Usher have been that way had he not been groomed? Do you know what I mean? So I think they're giving leniency because it's like, once Diddy's gone, the table will fall. You know what I mean? Like, I'm seeing like a house of cards. It's like, that'll fall. If you were to touch it, all of it falls. It's not built on anything sturdy because it's built on a bunch of threats. Like, yeah. Look at this. The Three of Pentacles. It's work, but someone's being abused and someone's smiling. That's Diddy. This is reminding me of Usher. And look at how he looks like concerned. I feel like Usher was like an accomplice, allegedly. Allegedly, no facts here. Because it's like I felt like family. Like, I met you when I was a child. I was a child star. You feel like family. It's given Stockholm. It's like, I don't like what you're doing. But it's giving me the vibe of like a dog, you know? It's like, I have to be faithful to you. But I don't want to be a part of this anymore. I have so many regrets. Everybody has so many regrets. They couldn't speak, but now it's like, there's enough proof we can finally speak. Yeah, everything you did, the deception, it's now going to come to light. I think I saw this in the last reading. I either saw it in my last P. Diddy reading, I'll try to link it, or it was a Justin Bieber one. But I feel like Justin wants to talk. He's ashamed. He's got a lot of shame around this. I said it before. I believe allegedly something happened to him because of Diddy, by Diddy. And he's really embarrassed about it because it's like, I trusted you and you took advantage of me. And notice how he's like kind of naked. It's like I was vulnerable and you took advantage. It's reminding me again of the scene where he was at his house for like 48 hours or something. Something went down that day that changed Usher, or not Usher. That could have been a Freudian slip. That changed Bieber forever. But I don't know. We might hear him talk about it. I feel like he's just so ashamed. It's giving me like, I have to be a man. And I've touched his energy before. He really has like disconnected, disassociated. So if he doesn't speak up, someone else might hint to it. Like you might hear about it in the grapevine, but he might avoid it. Again, his coping mechanism is just to stuff everything and pretend it's not happening and then like drink and drug. So I don't know that he'll necessarily speak, but I know that part of him wants to, because I see him like struggling in his mind because it's like, now's the time, now I could, but it's like, there's so much shame because you have to understand like our society makes it so men aren't allowed to even fucking cry. So if men aren't allowed to cry, how are you going to treat a man that says that he's assaulted by another man? You know what I mean? So I think he's kind of battling that because he doesn't want to be like emasculated is what I'm hearing. It's like, if I admit that I'm a victim, then everybody knows what happened to me. I don't want anybody to know because I don't even want to touch that. I feel like he's really just kind of like put it in a box in the back of his mind and he really just doesn't want to deal with it. But allegedly it happened. So we might hear about it, but I don't know that he himself will bring it up just because he's struggling so much. I'm really concerned. I really do think we need to pray for Justin because I do think there's just a lot going on. He just keeps stuffing it. He needs to get out of that marriage and he needs to go to a therapist. But let's finish this reading off with true crime and conspiracy. This is from another YouTuber. You can search her. Great deck. Highly recommend. But let's take a look if we could get any final messages in regards to anything else that we need to know. I know that you guys wanted names, but here's the thing. I see a lot of people signing papers. So the problem is they're kind of like in the background. You remember how I did the Jeffrey Epstein reading and I was like, you're only going to get like 10 solid names and the rest are going to be people you never heard of? It's kind of giving me that same vibe where it's like, people are going to come forward on their own once Diddy's like actually locked up. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song, locked up, they won't let me out. So I think that's when people are going to start to come forward and tell their stories. So I can't really give you a name yet because everybody's just kind of like figuring out, what does this mean for me? Do I get immunity? Am I going to have to get probation? Like, am I in trouble? But I think they're going to give people a lot of leniency because they just want Diddy gone. And it's a matter of like, you probably wouldn't have done that had you not have dealt with Diddy. So, I mean, Usher is a big name that I can give you. Usher was complacent or whatever that fucking word is. All right. Oh, why? Oh, okay. Usher's really the only name I can give you. And Bieber. There were executives involved. There were DJs involved. There were cops in his back pocket. There were... It's not names that you know, but I think we're going to hear a lot more shit come out. Like maybe they reinvestigate Tupac suddenly, or maybe because I'm seeing Tupac in my mind's eye and I don't know where that's kind of, like, isn't there a rumor that he put out a hit or something like that? We might end up getting an answer about the whole Tupac thing. I'm not sure yet because it just feels like everything's kind of still in the works. Like if you guys want, I'll do another reading on this once there's more solid information because right now it seems like everybody's trying to make moves, so nothing's solid. But yeah, let's finish this off with conspiracy. So as always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. If you haven't subscribed, please consider it. I'd love to have you here. We're doing a Nickelodeon series. It's going to be exciting. Well, and also sad. Subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'm going to pull more cards before I touch on that. So there's people in the background, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, there are zero facts here. How could I possibly know? There are people that know, because what I'm being drawn to is how John McAfee was like, I would never kill myself, and then allegedly he killed himself. There are people that know about some deaths in the industry that weren't natural. You know what I'm saying? And they were afraid to speak up because it's like, if you could do it to them, you could do it to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you found out today that your friend murdered somebody, would you feel safe? Like, you know what I mean? If they could do it to someone, they could do it to you. So I think once this, I'm sorry, I can't even get comfortable. This energy is really ugly and gross and I hate it. So bear with me here. I don't want to be in this energy. But there are a lot of people that knew what he did because, again, this guy's dumb. It's like I would describe this as peacocking. It's like, I'm going to tell you the illegal shit that I did so that you fear me, but then the problem is now I have proof of the illegal shit that you did. So it's like just like, I'll give you an example. This is completely fake. There's no facts here. I don't know. I'm just using it as an example. Say Diddy did call for a hit on Tupac, right? And then someone did it, whatever, and he was, and that happened. And then Diddy goes to another rapper, let's say, I don't know, Spirit, give me somebody that he's actually cool with. Usher just keeps coming to mind. And then he goes to Usher and goes, yo, I called and I got it done. I got him killed. You know what I mean? Like, he did this as a way to make people fear him, but the problem is now I have all your dirt. So he's dumb. Like, I can't get over how dumb this dude is. That's not a good way to make people fear you because they're going to sing Alive in the Reverse. I think allegedly when all else failed, no facts here, Diddy took matters into his own hands because he had friends everywhere. Except they weren't friends. They were afraid of him. And then there's just like crooked people that have no problem taking a life. But nobody liked him. So it's like, I'll tell my story. I don't care. Yeah. Mental health in the reverse. He manipulates too. He's very smart. It's like he can smell, because I'm seeing my scene for like a shark smelling blood in the water. That's why he goes after like young people, like Usher when he was young, and then Bieber when he was young. It's like, I go after you when you're innocent, and then I fuck up your mental health, and I fuck up your view on the world, so that you feel like you're owed to me. You feel like I'm the one you rely on. It's this weird, complex. It's given me like sign. I don't think you could say that word on YouTube. That church that somehow involves science. Tom Cruise. Anybody? It's like they end up worshiping him because they're afraid of life itself. It's like Usher got brainwashed. Bieber got brainwashed. Everybody got brainwashed because he's smart. Not only is he like into some ick stuff, he also destroys their self-worth and self-confidence. Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I said it in my Justin Bieber video. You could rewatch that. I'm not re-saying that. But imagine being a young boy and having all your dreams right in front of you, and then something happening to you, sexually speaking. I don't think you'll ever really be the same. And so I think that was kind of a power move that he had, where it was like, I see your potential. I'm going to show you all the finer things. And then I put something in your drink. And then the next morning you have no idea what happened. And I have it on film. And I think that that's somehow going to protect me, which dumbass, that's why you were raided. So I think allegedly some of the shit that they're going to end up finding or shit that people are giving to them is going to be legitimate videos. Like, I think there is allegedly a video of Bieber, much younger. I do believe there's also a video or a tape of Usher, much younger. So, again, I think this is why these people are getting away with, like, immunity and shit, because they're on the tape as a victim themselves. They're a victim, and then they, re-victimize. Some of them did that, and some of them just, went, like, Justin Bieber style, going a little, mental health problems. So I don't think we'll ever hear about these videos. It depends on if they want to tell their story or not. Men have it harder. People don't take them seriously when they have those types of situations. But I think right now, that raid, they found a lot of shit. It's given me Jeffrey Epstein and his book. You know what I mean? They found shit because people told them where it was and where to look. I'm telling you, this man's trying to hide out. This is reminding me of all these movies where like people are trying to run away from whatever and they start to run out of money and they start to run out of people that they can reach and then they're kind of screwed and they end up in the middle of nowhere. I feel like Usher's running out of, or why do I keep saying Usher? Usher's got a big part to play in this other than singing, but I don't know what. I feel like Diddy's going to keep trying to run, keep trying to throw money at shit, but I feel like it almost feels like he might be running out of money. Like, did they freeze his bank accounts or something like that? Because it feels like he's running out of money or he will run out of money. You know what I'm seeing in my mind's eye? You know how O.J. Simpson was running and we saw like, well, I wasn't around or I didn't see it live. I don't even remember when that happened. Sorry. But when they had that live high-speed chase with O.J., I'm seeing that in my mind's eye, and I don't really know how that plays in. Maybe that's how this situation ends. We see him live being handcuffed. I don't know. But again, it's giving me the vibe of he's trying to run. He is. He is trying to run. I think he's trying to figure out how to get out of this. Unscathed is what I'm hearing. He owes money to people. I don't think he's got as much money as we think he does. Like, and I've seen this in readings I've done with the celebrities where it's like our net worth is not exactly like, it's not like we could touch that. You know what I mean? Like there's something about like the more money you have, I just feel like you can't touch all of it. I don't know how this works. I don't get it. Like maybe after you hit a certain point of success, like you have to hire people that manage your money for you. Cause I'm seeing the scene in Hitch where like the chick wanted to invest in her friend's company, but they had like a board of execs to tell her how she can and can't use her money. So maybe he has people that tell him how he can and can't use his money because I see him running out of money eventually. Or, yeah. Yeah. It almost gives me the vibe of like maybe people are taking his money from him or are his accounts frozen? Or are they going to freeze his accounts? Because it's giving me the vibe of like running out of ideas, trying to threaten people. It's like he's throwing last ditch attempts. I'm telling you. He really still thinks he can get out of this. He really does. It's so wild to me, the level of delusion you have to be this man. Like, I think this is why people were so afraid of him because like in his energy, I honestly don't feel anything. Like, I feel like he leans more towards narcissistic than like a full-on psychopath. But at the same time, I think he believes his own bullshit. It's like when someone takes over one of those culty churches and they believe their own shit, that they're actually like talking to God and yeah, all that shit. As I'm channeling, I know, I hear the, but you know, people that do it for a motive, not necessarily people that just think they hear from God. I'm talking about people that do it because they want money. That's type of vibe that I feel like he thinks he's a god. I think that's the issue. I think that's why I can't understand him. I think he has a level. Yeah, I'm hearing superiority complex. He thinks he's untouchable. Yep, I'm hearing the song, untouchable, untouchable. This man, I cannot. Yeah, trapped in the reverse. This guy literally thinks he can get out of this. He's so dumb. What? Guys, I'm telling you, the government has proof that he is either an accomplice or committed or whatever. They know about his body count. And I'm not talking about just sex. I'm talking about, you see that word, right? I don't have to pick it up. Please don't make me pick it up. I have no nails. People know. Remember how I was saying they're not telling us everything because they're trying to make sure it's ironclad? They have receipts about all the blackmail he's done. They have the receipts about when all else failed and he couldn't blackmail people. Kim Porter. You see what I'm saying? Kim Porter. If you don't know who that is, Google it. You'll put two and two together. They know because people are. I don't have to say anything. Missing piece. Okay. Ugh. Nope. Y'all can just put that together, right? Y'all can just put that together. Let me just dumb this down in a way that is YouTube friendly. This video is not YouTube friendly. We are missing pieces. And the pieces that we're missing have to do with these two cards. Do you see what I'm saying? They know. People have told on him. He has done some things. because he snaps. And when the NDAs don't work, and when the money doesn't work, and when just trying to get you to shut up, because look at how that looks like the lips are like sewn shut. When I can't get you to shut up, when all else fails, you go missing. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not saying nothing else on that one. You know what I'm saying. Kim Porter. You know what I'm saying. People going missing. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, organized crime in the reverse. He was the one doing the crime. Crossroads in the reverse. He doesn't have anywhere else to turn. People feel like they are free now. Like, there's a lot of people in the industry, like, I see them like, like, you know how, like, that big exhale you need? I'm seeing the fucking meme that goes viral of Ben Affleck where, like, he's smoking a cigarette and he has that, like, face of that exhale. Like, if you've ever been a cigarette smoker, you know that feeling. It's kind of giving me that vibe. People that, even the people that organize, like, I'm telling you, a lot of the times these conspiracies, it's more of like a mafia that's involved in this industry. That's what I'm more so seeing half the time. It's like a mafia that's involved because money. But I think that a lot of people are going to get out of this and heal and get away with some lesser crimes like tax evasion and dumb shit like that, because it's like, I'll speak if you get rid of this. I'll speak if you don't charge me for that. There's too many people against him right now. Yeah, things that we've already heard about on social media, how he weaponizes relationships and actually forces them into shit. This kidnap card is reminding me again of that Bieber situation where he was at the house for like 48 hours or something. He grooms people. There's a lot of people that have been groomed. It's just different levels. It's really hard to pinpoint. Back deck, I don't want to be in this energy anymore. Holly weird, dude. It's in the reverse. I feel like this explains the entire reading. Good. Bye. I don't want you here anymore. Hollywood wants him gone. All of them. They all want him gone. He's threatened everybody. He's been a dick to everybody. He doesn't have any solid friends because he uses weaponization. So everybody's singing. So I think once he's officially, locked up, you're going to hear people, because I see people that know him in the industry that are probably going to go on podcasts. That's what I'm seeing is like, people are going to speak out, they're going to have their lawyers being like, oh, this is a good thing. I'm glad justice is served and blah, blah, blah. And you probably won't hear about the F shit that they did, but you're going to see people once he's officially locked up, like hitting on podcasts and stuff. I almost see Usher on a podcast being like, yeah, I couldn't speak, but this is what he did. And I could see him leaving out the sexual parts, but I just see people, they're going to start to talk after he's locked up. They're not going to talk. Not all of them. Some will come out, like 50 Cent already said some shit. But a lot of them are going to wait until he's officially locked up, because even though they know he's going down because he's running out of options, at the same time, they know what type of person he is. So it's kind of, yeah, because I'm hearing the song, if we go down, then we go down together. So it's like, you know how like someone tries to rob a bank and the cops get there really quick and they're out of ideas and like they're losing their home and they feel like there's nothing else to do. And so they have no other options. And so they, out of anger, like they kill a hostage and then they kill themselves. It's kind of giving me that vibe. I mean, suicide card did fly out. So it's possible that that's a thought of Diddy's. I feel like he's too much of a pompous, arrogant prick to actually do that himself. I think it's more along the lines of like he's desperate right now. And until this reaches a conclusion where I'm seeing like a jail cell door shut, until that happens, you're not going to hear from a lot of people yet, because it's still, there's just too many moving parts. It's an ongoing investigation is what I'm hearing. It's ongoing. There are more people coming forward. I'm seeing like a line of people. It's like more people are talking. They're gathering as much evidence as they possibly can so that it's like, I lock you up and you never get out. So until he's legitimately arrested, you're not going to hear people. Remember how I did the reading? This is how I'm going to wrap this up. If you guys remember the Danny Masterson reading that I did, just do a search, Karmic DF, Danny Masterson. I told y'all that marriage was not healthy and she was going to leave the moment that he was arrested. And sure as shit, she spoke out and she left him after he was in jail because it's like, I don't feel safe until I know I'm safe. So I think it's going to be a very similar situation where people are on the fence and you see Usher still being like, oh yeah, Diddy like raised me and blah, 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 blah. But once he's behind closed doors and he can't get out, that's when people are going to talk. You're going to hear from your favorite celebrities and they're going to be like, yeah, I knew about this. I saw this. He threatened me and NDAs and blah, 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 blah. People are singing behind closed doors now. They will sing to you once he's locked up. But I also think that you need to just be a little mindful about some of the people that are talking and how high up they are, because I do feel that a lot of people struck deals and got their shit wiped out in exchange for speaking on Diddy. It's like if Diddy was a mass murderer, but you killed one person, it's like, I'll waive that one person because I want to get the main guy. So there's kind of a moral thing that I'm having an issue with. But like, for instance, Usher should probably get consequences, but I just feel like they're so determined to get Diddy that a lot of people are going to get away with shit. But I just don't think it's as bad as Diddy, but just be careful. Let's stop worshiping celebrities, because at one point there was a time where people would be like, oh my God, how dare you ever say anything bad about Diddy? So just think, think outside the box, because no one believed in this. No one believed R. Kelly was bad. No one believed Bill Cosby. Remember that? Bill Cosby is like a family man. Yeah, well, sometimes people just put on a really good fucking show. Like, evil kind of usually comes with money. Greed. It's ugly. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Usher and Bieber are really the only main characters that I can get right now, because I feel, again, it reminds me of the Jeffrey list, where it's like a lot of the names, you just don't know who they are. But I do feel like we might get some answers about, like, Cassie, Kim Porter. I don't know why Tupac and Suge Knight keep coming into my mind, but I keep thinking about Tupac and Suge Knight, and I don't know where that plays. Maybe we actually get an answer to how Tupac died. Isn't there a rumor that Suge Knight took him out, and isn't there a rumor that Diddy, did the hit? Although I heard a rumor that the government was the hit. So I don't know, but there's something about Tupac here, and I can't piece it. So if you fall down that rabbit hole and you could put that together for me, let me know. But I'm going to leave it at this. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys want to see in terms of, just vote in my community posts all the time so that I know what you guys want. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All the links are down below. Again, if you want to book a private reading with me, just so you know, it is up to a 3-week wait now. Please be patient with me, as I am one person. I'd rather give you a great reading than a rushed one. So if you want to book, the link to my website is down below. And as always, it's a legend and for entertainment purposes only. Love you, besties, and I will see you guys in my next video, so thank you for watching.